Hey guys, this is Potty Mouth. Today I'm going to talk to you guys about something different. Um, Normally we do like game playthroughs and stuff on the channel, but today we're going to talk about is Vortex. Now, Vortex is the newest, it's a year or two old now, but it is the newest mod manager, mod.com site. Now, the great thing about this is that it makes it so it like automatically installs, manages your mods. As you can see, I have a few games set up here. Some of you may recognize. Maybe giving you a sneak peek at what would do on the channel. But anyway, I thought I would go through and give you guys some tips on how to set up mods and how to use this mod. I'm going to be doing Fallout 4. So the first thing you're going to need to do is actually download Vortex. So you go to the Nexus mod site, literally just .com. When you get to the homepage, it's going to look like this. So you just scroll down, and at the bottom you'll see this here. Vortex, the powerful open mod manager from Nexus Mods. Hit more and download the latest version. I've already done that, obviously. I have Vortex installed. If you would download it, it would just create a file and an install package. You install it. It's very, very simple for the application. Then you're going to come back to Nexus Mods, and you're going to click on the game that you want to play. Now, there are several games that it's going to have up here. These are just the games that are the most popular now. As you can see, Old Rim still sitting at 64.3 thousand mods. But we're dealing with Fallout 4 right now. You click Fallout 4, and it's going to take you to the main Fallout 4 mod page. Now, this is what I do. You don't have to do that. You can search however you want to do. The way that I find mods for my playthrough, click on Popular All Time, right here. And what this does is this gives me the mods that have been downloaded the most ever since Fallout 4 has been added to Nexus Mods. This is the mods that have been the most downloaded page. Now, as you can see, I have downloaded a lot of these. Hit view more popular all time like that. What that does is it sorts all of the mods on the page by downloads all time. Show you 20 items, you can change that. I usually leave it at 20, fine. And this is just, as you can see, I've downloaded a lot of the course of the years that I've played Fallout 4. So there's just any number of mods. So you're going to go through, you're going to find the mods, download them. Let's download like the M2216 standalone assault rifle. You're just going to click the mod just so you do it. Now, there's two different ways to do it. For this, you can just click Vortex or Manual. Manual will just download the file to your computer. Vortex actually will install, like download it through Vortex, so manage your mod. That's the one you're going to want to. What I like to do, because I've been doing this for a long time, was the way you were supposed to do it before, is I like to come down here, instead of clicking Vortex Manual here, I come down here to Files. I click on Files. That way I can see if there's additional files that perhaps I want to use as well. So this one only has the M2216. Hello. Say we were to look at like this one. K9 harness, tactical body armor, and backpack for dog meat. Cool idea for a mod. And you come here to files, you see there's a 2. So you have the main file here, which has 2K textures. You can see the changelog for details. Okay, and then you can come here and there'll be optional files. Now these optional files for this mod are just 4K textures. So if you want the higher res textures, you can download those as well. And so you would just click Mod Manager Download, and if you wanted the 4K textures, you would click Mod Manager Download right there, and it would download automatically. Now, when you click on Fallout 4, you come here on the left-hand side, hit Mods. Okay. Now, as you can see, I've already got a load of mods installed, or downloaded. They're not installed, as you can see by the blue bar. I have loads of mods downloaded already. You can see here, it says, however, my Fallout 4 script extender is not installed. Hit More, and it says you couldn't find the Fallout 4 script extender. It means it's either not installed, or it's installed incorrectly. It's just as bad. So all you're going to do when you get this message is you're going to hit Open in Browser. It's going to take you to f4se.silverlock.org. You're going to find this one that says Fallout 4 Runtime right there. And you're just going to click this 7-zip archive. That's going to do is it's going to download your desktop or wherever you have your downloads going. A 7-zip file like so. You're just going to right-click it, 7-zip, open the archive. Now it's going to give you this folder here. Just extract that. Now, you'll have this folder here with all of these things. It's very simple to install the Fallout 4 script extender. Skyrim script extender is exactly the same. What you're going to do is you're going to open Steam, click on your Fallout 4 page, right-click the game here. You're going to go to Manage, browse the files, out. You're going to open this so that they are side by side, like so. You're going to take the file, like just the easiest way to do it is literally to just take all of these files and copy them over, just like that. So you got to do Fallout 4 script extender now installed. Now, here's where it gets a little tricky. As you can see, it's updated. That notification is gone. However, still want to restart Vortex. You make a change like installing the script extender. Still want to restart Vortex, okay? As you can see, it automatically made this little banner here indicates that that is the primary launcher. So if I just click this play button here, what it's going to do is it's going to launch the script extender for Fallout 4. Now I have 0 active mods. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and launch the script extender just to make sure that it's working and everything is going the way it's supposed. Little window. I don't know why. But it always launches like this, and then I alt-enter it, and it's... As you can see, the game launches with no problem. Let's quit the game. Back out. And it shows you right there. Boom. Okay, so now you click on mods here. Now we can get into actually the meat of the video. So, the very first thing you're going to want to install is unofficial Fallout 4 patch. If you're playing Skyrim, it's the unofficial Skyrim patch. Skyrim Special Edition is Skyrim Special Edition patch. You're going to go ahead and hit uninstalled. All you do is right-click on that, left-click on that. You can come up right here. It's automatically installed. See, and a little message. You've now installed the Fallout 4 patch. Now, and install. Let's say Voldasil's item coding. Well, the mod configuration menu. Install that one as well. Cool. So now you're gonna have to hit deploy. See how it comes up here and it says deployment necessary. Hit deploy. Like that. Now you've got 2. Okay. So whenever you install a new mod, other than your very first mod, you have to deploy it. And the reason you have to do that is essentially what Vortex is doing is it's coming in and it's looking and it's plugins. And it's attempting to sort your plugins. Disabled what? Ah, okay. So you want to, and this is another point, is you should check your plugins and make sure that things are in fact enabled. So But what it's doing is it's sorting your plugins. Now, the mod configuration menu doesn't have an ESP file or an XM file, so there's no plugin here. But if it had, the reason you have to click deploy is because it's going to try to sort them for you. And it does an okay job doing it. It's not absolutely the best. Excuse me. But it does a pretty okay job. You're going to use a tool like Loot. Loot is the one that I personally... There we go. Right, it opened on my second monitor. When you launch Loot, I pass and evaluate everything. It goes automatically in my Skyrim Special Edition. I have it set that way on purpose. I'm going to put it on... Oh, I don't have it. I haven't... Okay, figured out what I had done wrong. Okay, so... It was I never actually installed it. I never actually launched it. Yeah. So that's why it wasn't affected. So, video hardware was not identified because I have graphics game. It doesn't recognize 70 Super. So I'm just going to set everything to Ultra, like that. Now I'm going to run it in 1080. I could run it in like 2560. By 1440, like that. I could run it in 4K if I wanted to. I'm actually going to go ahead and run it in 1440. Now, I don't know how it's going to look on OBS, so I may have to adjust it. See me adjusting it. I apologize. No, it came out just fine. So you can see 1440. Like this. We're just going to quit the game there. Like so. So now it has run. Should be fine. Now, when we loot, should now have the option to select 4. Let's see. Okay. So, when you select Fallout 4, see we only have the one mod, mod here. So, anyway, this is the button you're going to press right here. It's going to sort your plugins. Now, this button will update your master list. However, when you sort your plugins, as you can see, it automatically updates your master list anyway. I'm not 100% sure why there's a separate update master list folder. Now, here's the thing. You look at this and you read all this and you have no idea what's going on. And that's fine. I'm going to give you kind of a quick and easy way to tell if you're okay. This line right here, errors. As long as errors equal 0, you should be fine. Okay. Warnings, 9 times out of 10, this is just a... It just is telling you that the these files, and it's funny because these are the actual DLCs, have issues. Okay, now the only reason these have issues is because I have the unofficial Fallout 4 patch. Okay, now the unofficial Fallout 4 patch that I have apparently is not up to date, and that's fine. When you download it from these are old versions of what I have from before I'm going to update. But it's going to tell you. Like that, the unofficial Fallout 4 patch is why these mods have, why these DLC have deleted references. So, as long as that's fine, as long as there are no errors right here, 0 errors. So now, you're going to grab whatever mod you want, you're going to install them. We've got all our mods installed. Sorry, we've got all our mods installed. And now what we want to do is we want to check for updates, right? So it's going to check all the mods for updates. As you can see, all the mods that I've downloaded have, in fact, had updates. It's going to change in a second. There's going to be several more. Some mods could not be checked for updates. Or, why not? The Phoenix Lab mods can't. Okay. I know why that is. That's fine. Dismiss that. That's not a problem. As you can see, some of these mods have updates. So all you have to do for this is you just click this here. Bang. See the downloads will come up here. You can replace the existing one. Just hit update all profiles. Now sometimes it's going to ask you to deploy. You say deploy. As you can see, it says the unresolved file complex. As soon as we're done updating all the mods, we're going to go ahead and check that. Okay. So now we've updated all of our mods, and so now you see this. You get this. There are unresolved file conflicts. Go ahead and click more. To tell you that the standalone NCR Ranger Sequoia 44 Magnum mod has an issue with Weaponsmith Extended. So we'll show that. Now, lots of different mods have different conflicts, and all that means is that they're modifying the same file. As you can see, there are 20 files here that are affected by both of these mods. Here, Weaponsmith Extended modifies 2 of the same files as see-through scopes. See which ones they are if you want. Now, for those of you who are into modding, you're going to already know what that means. For those of you who aren't into modding, I'm going to be completely honest, it doesn't really matter that much. There's a very simple way to do this. When you look at this, you're going to 90% of the time you're going to have one that says suggested. Just click on that one. That's the one you're going to want to use. See-through scopes, Weaponsmith Extended. Oops. Suggested. That's the one you're going to want to go with 90% of the time. Now, sometimes there will be one, you'll click on this, and neither one of them will say suggested. Now, you don't want never together with, because what that means is that you'll have to pick between one mod or the other. And you don't want question mark, question mark, question mark, because it won't let your game launch, because that means you didn't pick one. You have to pick before or after. In this rule, in these instances rather, I use an old D&D rule to kind of figure out which one I want to load before and which one I want to load after. And that rule is specific beats general. So for those of you who are familiar with D&D, you know what I'm talking about. For the people who have never played D&D, perhaps have never heard that particular rule, here's what that means. There are lots of general rules in Dungeons & Dragons. Okay? However, a specific rule beats a general. So if there's a general rule that if you have to roll a 20, for example, it is a very common one. You have to roll a natural 20 in order to get a critical. However, certain weapons might get a critical when you, like in the weapon text, will tell you that it rolls a critical on a 19. Now, that is a specific rule that beats a general, the general weapons only crit on a 20 rule. That's what that means. So the way that you apply that to here is, let's say, generally that where you're going to get those is on, where you're going to run into this issue is on textures. So generally what you're going to do is you're going to see, like, I have werewolf backpacks and pouches and canine harness. So say these two affected the same file. What you would say is you'd say werewolf backpacks and pouches is sort of your general rule, because that's going to be all of your backpacks. That's sort of your baseline mod. This is your specific rule. So you would want this one to load after this. So whatever your general rule is, so you have to pick between the two textures. Like I said, generally this is going to be texture files. Whichever one is your general texture file pack is going to be loaded before your specific texture file pack. Right? You'll see that a lot in Skyrim with SMIM. SMIM should always be your general in those situations. Anything that is conflicting with SMIM, SMIM loads before basically everything else. So now you've got that done. It's going to tell you deployment necessary. So you just hit deploy. And you're going to come down here, you're going to look at your plugins. And you're going to see most of my plugins are not enabled. Now, I have that set for myself for a reason. Some of the mods that I use. So, yours should almost always be enabled, but it is good to check. You're just going to come through and literally enable all of them. Like so. And you're almost ready to launch the game. So we've got all of our plugins enabled. You have no new notifications. I'm going to run loot. We're going to sort plugins. As you can see, 0 errors. We've got some dirty plugins. We've got a couple of warnings. That shit doesn't matter, to be completely honest. So, 0 errors. That is the big one. We come here. We're going to launch the Fallout 4 script extender. Look at that. The game launched. No problems. I don't have the new life mod installed. Otherwise I would hit new. Oh, let's see. This was using a different that save was using a different mod loader. But there you go. You've run through it. We figured out how to install some mods, how to install the Fallout 4 extender. Got some stuff done. Thank you guys for tuning in. I do appreciate it. Hopefully this has helped you guys in some way learn how to do some things. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below. Or you can hit me up 7 days a week on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/pottymouth with 3 T's. But that'll do it for this video. Thank you guys for hanging out. Like I said, love you guys. You guys are the very best. The bee's knees, the cat's pajamas, the absolute tits. Don't let anybody tell you any different. I will see you guys